I'm like trying to see if like on YouTube we're live. I think we're live.
It's always good discovering when you're live.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah,
Wait,
we're 100% live, baby.
are we?
Doogs and Nest. Yeah,
Are
we're
we?
live. I'm looking at us.
Oh yeah, I see it too. We're live. All right, we're live. Oh wait, now I'm listening to myself. Whoa, that's so crazy. All right, word. We're
I
live.
don't know if the chat
Look what
will
I
let
got,
me.
Nesty. Working that 9 to 5 life.
Oh, wow.
Dude has aged poorly. Jerry, what the fuck? What do you mean I've aged poorly?
Oh,
I'm
that's so
better.
wrong.
Tan, run a fucking faster mile than you ever could wish you could.
Cheers, Dukes. Um,
PLL season is here. I'm pumped, Nest. I gotta say, every year, right after Memorial Day, we're treated to like it feels like recently with the college seasons, we've just gotten some all-time great endings. Like when it comes to actually, I know literally for the people backstage right now that are in the chat. I told Nestler 30 seconds before going live. Let's just focus on PLL. We're not going to talk college, but I'm going to talk college really quick. There's a discussion about like how good Cornell was this year, and it does feel like every single year it's like, is this the greatest team we've ever seen? Is this the greatest team we've ever seen? But like, do I think Cornell's the best team of all time? No. Do I think they could hold like they'd lose to 24 Notre Dame and 22 Maryland? Yes. But it would be disrespectful not to like have them in that conversation after the season they just had.
I totally agree. I mean, I think they're definitely one of the highest powered offenses we've ever seen.
Dang.
I mean, the team was great. I know we weren't going to talk on it much, but it was cool to watch. You were boots on the ground, which was sick. I've just before we move on, I just want it out in the world. I've never been more right. Of things I've said in my life, no one's ever been more right about how special CJ Kirsch was. And it's not that I was arguing with you or people who have brains. It's these people that keep saying, and they're still saying it. He's not even top 10. I
Well,
mean, we are those people cannot they must be trolling, but they doesn't seem like they are because they're putting like real names. So I don't know. I think he's way closer to 1 than he is 10. That is a fact.
it, it's very interesting because would he be on my Mountain Rushmore now? But like, what is that really? Is that just icons? Is that talent? I
I'm
don't.
basing off of talent, like
Okay, how about this though?
raw
Like,
talent.
I would still take Pat Spencer over him, and I don't think that
That's
like
fine.
talent wise,
Pat Spencer's so good.
I don't think CJ Kirst had without a doubt. Even if you don't think it's the best season of all time, there's people that have had better seasons. Nobody's had a cooler season. He broke the
Yeah.
NCAA all-time goals record, tied the single season record, had the most calls turnovers on Cornell, won most outstanding player, won the Tewaaraton, won the national championship, won the Ivy League. He crushed the goals record. It's fucking sick. Like he could just leave and be like, "Hey, yo, who cares that I missed the tournament last year? I just had the coolest season of all. Like, I actually think I was thinking about it. I think having the coolest season ever is way better than almost being like, oh, I'm a top 4 player, like, and I only had like one NCAA tournament, didn't break the goals record. Like, he had the coolest season you could possibly have.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I'm reading some of the chat.
And someone said watching CJ play Monday was insane. He nails, like, absolutely nailed it. It was. I knew before the game, he started hearing the rumors that like he broke his hand, and I was like, ah, shit, like, and that's when I really started talking myself into like Maryland's defense, and you kind of saw them keep him contained for a little
Yeah, a
bit.
little bit.
Seeing him pop off and just be like, holy shit, he could just do this. Like, I want to know what they gave him at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, he.
After that NCAA drug test got thrown out the window, and they're like, we're not getting tested anymore, boys. They must have given him something because he was a different animal in that second half. I know he got one at the end of the first, but he was a different beast.
Yeah, I mean, I think the highest dose of like injection you can get for immediate effect is Tordol. I don't know how to say it. I mean, Tordil, and that really makes you feel good from what I've heard from the fellas. Like you can have a pretty fucked up hand, fucked up ankle, fucked up shoulder, and that's the legal stuff they can give you. So I mean, when your back's against the wall and you're Cornell and you're the best player in the world whose hand is shattered or not shattered, um, you give him whatever he needs. If they want to revoke the title in a year, let them do it. They'll join the Syracuse '90s team. It's the only other squad to get a title revoked in lacrosse.
I actually think the hand injury is going to be a blessing in disguise for him because he'll get some time off without feeling pressure to go play lacrosse right away. I mean, you even saw like Pat Cav sat out week 1 last year because he won the national championship, won the Tewaaraton, like was probably drunk for like days. Like Entenmann showed up to
Days.
camp, I heard, and couldn't save a ball last year. It's like no shit. They should. They're college kids who just won the national championship. Like this doesn't happen like anywhere else. Like just let them fucking enjoy it. But
No, I totally agree.
man,
I
said
totally agree.
Arestia, Dan Arestia in the chat. Cheers, Dan.
Yeah.
Hope you
Shout
got a
out,
good
Dan.
IPA on you. I'm drinking the Konas. This is my beer nowadays. I fucking love. I always ride the wave.
I'm a light guy. Give me the Coors Lights, Bud Lights, Miller Lights, you name them. They're light. They're for me.
Light. What is it? Light guy. No. Light guy, heavy hand. Light guy, heavy hand. Meaning you like the light beers, but you have the heavy hand that's always going down the gullet.
Yeah. I'm whatever the fuck that is. I'm in on.
You like that?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Um.
sold.
But yeah, that's
Speaking of,
that's college lacrosse season.
yeah,
PL is back, baby. I know I'm pumped.
We're
I know
back.
there's been a lot of there's been a lot of off-season shenanigans about people that have like tapped out, decided to go play in Canada, people retiring early. The retiring early thing, I personally do not really care for because it always happens. I like that people care. Like I remember the days where like really good players just retired and nobody talked about it. It's a good thing that people know that people are retiring, and it's giving like it's putting the pressure on the PLL and it's putting pressure on these players or whatever. Like I like how people are talking about it, and it's a dialogue. Now, people got mad about the Drip King getting signed. He put out a TikTok that he went 40%. If he went 40% at camp, clap it up for Caleb Hammett, ladies and gentlemen. That's better than I thought. And also, Caleb Hammett, like self-awareness king. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I think he's. I mean, that could also be his PR team whispering in his ear a little bit. I would like to
The
assume.
PR team?
You don't think that guy has a PR team?
No, dude, I think he has fucking
Dude.
Jesus. That's it.
No. He's got some fucking agency telling him what to do, when to do it. He's a puppet. No, any dude that's pumping out TikToks like that and is pushing the Bible down your throat like that, there's a third party involved somewhere. It might not be a team. It might be a guy. But no, I just hate his whole shtick. I don't know. He's just
you hate God and you hate Jesus. That's good. I mean, just tell the chat. I mean, there's probably a lot of good people.
God and Jesus are my boys. It's just the Drip King is not, and like I don't think that he's their boy either. I think they look at him and they're like, damn.
I don't think he has a PR team at all. I think you're acting like he's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Dude, there's college kids that have agents. But that's more what I mean. Like he has like an agency that work like if there's college kids in the
He's a manager. He doesn't have a PR team.
Yeah, I mean, same shit. He's got a man. There's someone who's telling him right and wrong.
No. A manager gets him deals. A manager does not give a fuck what he responds to. No context lacrosse.
You bring up good points. You got Jerry Rags in the chat.
Going out from that, Caleb Hammett dies in the PLL world. Jared Bernhardt's back. I would take. Here's my take coming out of this, and I slept on this, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at. With everything negative that's happened in the PLL in the offseason, if you told me at the end of the championship last year, like, look, we're going to have to lose all these players, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like Josh Byrne, Ian McKay, we're going to have to lose like Will Bowen, we're going to lose all these talented players, but you get Jared Bernhardt, I think I actually take that deal.
What if you take all the players that we lost and the Drip King gets signed to a roster? Do you still take Bernhardt?
No. No, I don't.
So that's where the line is in the sand there.
Yeah, the pretty much I would say anything that has him on a roster. Now, I think it would be fucking hilarious if the PLL, they had their beans joke for like April Fools, which I think was like okay once. I think it ran itself dry, but it would be very funny if next April Fools they were like, we have like the Water Dogs have signed Mitchell Pelkey to like a 1-year contract, and
that'd be good. Or just run it back with the Drip Kings. Be like, can we just say we signed you to a squad? He'll probably be like, sure, I'll take the clicks.
Face off coach.
That'd be so funny. Like maybe
first face off coach in PLL history.
That'd be really good. I wonder, because that's something people would be so irrationally mad about that they'd be blinded by their anger to realize it's April 1st, and they just start responding right away, and then you just sit there like, fuck, I'm an idiot.
So, fun fact for your boy: I'm going up to Albany tomorrow. Right?
Yes, sir.
I haven't missed an opening weekend ever. This is
You've
the
been to
first.
all
This
seven.
is the first opening game I will not be at.
We were boots on the ground last year at the 50-yard line, you and I, President's Row, tuned up with the ice cold Coors Lights. It was you, me, and Mike Rabel were posted up. That was my first opening day. It was like 95 degrees outside. I'm like sweating through my third shirt of the day. Um, we watched. I think that was the Atlas. Was that the day the Atlas Cannons played?
That was the day the Atlas really came on. And did they play the Cannons day one?
They did. They opened up against the Cannons last year.
They were up, and then the Cannons kind of made a comeback, but it wasn't Kirsty's day. If I remember correctly.
No. I think Kurtz had a good amount on his dome. I mean, that's sort of when the Atlas offense decided to tell the whole world, hey, we're here and we're going to score a lot more goals than everyone else this year.
So I guess let's get into the games a little bit if we're going to talk about that. The game number one, Carolina Chaos versus the New York Atlas, the home team, the Atlas, the Atli. Tonight, 6 p.m. ESPN Plus. It's in like 40 minutes. Atlas minus 2.5, minus 245 on the money line. Over under is 24. Nest, where's your mind at with, I guess, an overall outlook on both these teams, and what do you think about tonight's game?
The Chaos have just sort of had like a weird offseason, like losing their coach, some questionable cuts on the Chaos side. I mean, the biggest one is Sotomusi and Jules hit the player pool pretty quick. But I don't know. I always kind of sleep on the Chaos a little bit. I'm very high on the Atlas and some edibles, but I think the Atlas can't take this one. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting the over. I like that. You said 24.5 for me.
Yeah.
So I like the over there. I don't love the money line with the Atlas. Just not a ton of value there. And the Chaos are a gritty group, and I'm not itching to give them 2.5 goals. I think that's one I just root for goals and high-powered offense to start the season. As much as I love defense and good goalie play, I'm not itching to see a 9-8 game to open up the summer with the speed and the type of game the PLO wants to put out there. So just give me a shootout.
So here's where I stand on the Chaos. When you just look at the roster, you just look at it. You look up and down. My first initial reaction is like, this is the worst PLL team I think I've ever seen assembled. I literally don't know what they're even fucking thinking when they threw this together. It seems like someone like had like what's that kid game where you're blindfolded and you have to pin the donkey's tail on the donkey's ass?
I think it's pin the tail on the donkey, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure that was the name of the game.
So that's literally what it feels like Spencer Ford and Colsey did. But in the same credit, when you're saying you sleep on the Chaos, this offense for sure got way worse, but the defense is the same. So this is a team that I think will steal games throughout the year just based off their defense. Like, you have a two-headed monster, in my opinion, at the pole with Verch and Ray. You got Newman, you got Rowlett, you got Posey, who are fucking monsters down low, and then you got the best goalie in the world in Blaze Rudin. You got a fucking great short stick D-midi group. So my initial instinct is Atlas will win. Chaos won't have a very good year, but I think the Chaos could fuck around a little bit. And I think when you're looking at the Chaos as an against the spread team, they're going to get favorable spreads because everyone's going to be like, oh, this team cannot score goals. And they're not going to. I mean, you saw it last year in the semifinals. They scored one goal, and it was like with 30 seconds left. Brett Dobson almost had a perfect game.
That was one of the craziest. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in any lacrosse game at any level. When they almost got shut out in a playoff game, at the level of play, like the way the shot clocks are set up in the PLL and the field being a little shorter, it was remarkable. It was like when those NBA teams just go like 10, 12 minutes without scoring. You're like, how is this fucking possible? Like, you feel like you could go out there and just get one to fall before they could. And so it was insane.
This offensive group also got way worse, and I just don't get their attack line. Like, I get that they're, probably have some people coming in and out. I'm not sure about the Canadian, like, fucking Canada visa rules or whatever, but, like, even when you just look at their attack lineup, like, Eicher, Zawada, Silstrop, like, I don't get I just do not see how they mesh together right away. Like I think this could be a very ugly game if Blaze has even slightly an off night.
I mean,
Like
I
I
think if Blaze, if he goes under,
like I think the Atlas could cover this game, right? I think the Atlas could cover this game and win 6-0. Like that, like it's gonna be a gross lacrosse game. Like even if Blaze plays fucking nails, I just don't see a world where the Chaos get more than like. Let me see if they have a team total because if it's like, I might have to fucking look at this.
what if it's over 8.5? Are you betting the under? They might have team totals.
Let me see. Let me see if there's another thing.
No, I think we're on the same path down here with the Chaos. It's like the roster's not with all the talent in the league. That roster is not one you look at and you're like, oh whoa, like. But at the same time, like all these guys are so nasty. Like it's week one. I'm a firm believer in like defense is like a little hard, like gets better as the season goes on, and offenses can come out hot just because. I mean, I guess the D groups have been together all week.
I kind of like Blaze Reardon over 13.5 saves.
Love that. He's gonna be getting peppered. Is that just even money?
Yeah, it's like minus 105. I want to fucking. There's no team total. I wish there was. Yeah, Jerry nailed it. Chaos better hope they hold every team to sub 3 goals all season. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean Reardon's got to be on his shit.
Pin the tail on the donkey's ass is the better name. Like they also cut. They cut. What did you think about the Jules cut? I mean, really quickly before we get into the next game.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they. I don't know why they cut him. Like, why? He's a great lacrosse player, and he seems like. It doesn't seem like there was like. It didn't seem like of the room of talent they had, it was like Jules is the odd man out. Like he's kind of proven year after year he fits right into this league. So
No, you
I
run
don't
out
know.
of.
Has he been signed yet?
Nah, I doubt he'll be signed this week. But like going off that, I mean, Dan brings up a great point. I know he was tweeting about it. Chaos is the first team ever to claim more than one player from another team after camp cuts, and I think both of them dressed in the 19. I want to say Ray Dirth was one of them, and then the other one was Cross Ferrari. Which that tells me everything I need to know that they did not have their shit together at camp for them to be like, all right, we got to sign these guys that we signed fucking yesterday. Like we got to.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the if you were to choose between having Cross Ferrer on your roster or Julius Hennenberg, like what would have to happen for you to choose Cross?
No comment.
Yeah, like, really, I'm not even trying to slight Cross. Like, I think Cross's
boys have like come at me in like bars, like because I can't, not even gonna slander.
They're fucking. They're all talking Salisbury. They're not gonna
all talk.
Yeah,
the biggest talking I ever met in my life.
Like if a 2007 Cabrini guy came up to the bar, like he might shank you, but like a Salisbury guy, like they probably got more to lose.
Cross Ferrara, great guy.
No, great guy. I mean, I actually do want to do a goalie challenge with him. I guess not a slight to him. It's more of like a tip of the cap to Jules. Like I don't think Cross has done enough at the professional level to be considered as like high of a caliber player as Jules, especially when you consider like when you get older in this league. It's not like the older guys are at like like they're getting up there like a quarterback and older in the NFL. It's like yeah, like he can still throw it, but he can't do this. Like the older guys that are still playing are like thriving and doing really well. There's not room for you to sort of be wishy-washy. And so I don't know. I don't think Jules is even really considered like an older guy yet. He's only a year or two older than Ness. So
yeah,
Jules is probably 28. He's a young cat.
He's like 30, and I actually don't think he's really got fallen off a cliff a little bit, to be honest.
Hey, say with your chest, man.
I think last year was kind of a shit show, but fucking Jerry, this is the greatest call, and I want to touch on this. Chaos trade for Will Manning by game 3. Couldn't agree more. Here's my take on. It's not the next game. They're playing tomorrow, but the Cannons. Mackesy.
What's that about?
Mackesy wasn't on the 21 man, right?
Yep.
Will Manning got the lefty attack spot. I think Holman is so smart where he's like, look, the drop off between Coulter Mackesy And Will Manny's like not that steep. Like I want to give Manny a shot. I want to give him some shine. And also, I know that my lefty attackman, Coulter McAsee, he's going down to the Tewaaraton. He's gonna want to, enjoy the festivities of basically going to the Heisman Award ceremony in Washington D.C., enjoying himself. That's on what, Thursday night? We got a game on Saturday. Is he going to be in tip-top shape for game time on Saturday? I don't think so. So we're just going to have Manny play, boost up his draft stock, get McAsee next week, and his trade value's up. That's how I read it. I think that Holman isn't a dumb guy. He knows what's going on after the Tewaaraton Awards. He knows that McAsee isn't going to be in the best shape, like hangover-wise. And that's what I got out of it.
No, I mean, I think that's a good call. I think someone else, I think Dan Ressi, I mean, we're just looping around to Dan and Jerry. We should have brought him on at this point.
I know.
Dan tweeted about a Bandits player not being
Cam
21 man. Yeah. And he was like, listen, let's just call it what it is. He's got the parade on Friday, or parade on Thursday, whatever it is, the night before his game. It's like, yeah, he's going to be getting tanked the entire day. Like, you earn – those guys both separately earn that right in two different ways. You earn the right to go to the Tewaaraton Award, have a couple beers, have a nice dinner, go out after. You're probably going out with the other winners. There's probably boys that went, families probably in town. It's a big deal to be even nominated for that award. And then same thing when you win the NL championship. Like, you put in all this work all year, you're about to start a whole nother season in a whole new league. It's like, well, shit, let me enjoy this one. They're giving me we got the parade and everything. It's not. Those people in Buffalo, they're going to show out for that parade. There's going to be beers flying around. So it's just cool to let people celebrate and have a good time. But I do like how some people look too much into that. I didn't realize the Tewaaraton thing, and that is probably a really big brain play by Holman.
He's a smart guy.
He knows his stuff.
He's got a good head on his shoulders. Let's go into game number 2. You know what that is? Do you know who's playing tonight? It's not teams. It's a great matchup.
Is it the brother? Is it the Brother Bowl?
It's the Brother Bowl.
The Brethren Bowl.
Cavs. The backyard brawl.
They should let them two fight at some point.
I just don't think they ever could.
I think in between the whistles, just get a couple in, maybe locker box. Maybe they keep.
I don't think they're the type of brothers that fight. I think they're the type of brothers.
I think they take me as the type of brothers that more hockey style can wail on each other, whereas the Kirsch family takes me as brothers that wrestles. You see, I don't know. That's just the Cavanaughs take me. I don't think they're squaring up and knocking each other out.
Pause.
What? What? Oh my God!
Brothers that wrestle?
Yeah, like the Kirsch family's not squaring up. They're getting into shit. I mean, I can't talk around you, man. You're just a ridiculous.
I mean, that's a crazy pause.
No, it's not.
They like to grapple. They're the type of brothers that like to grapple.
Yeah, that's not a pause. You just don't like getting rough. Doogs doesn't like getting rough.
Redwoods versus Outlaws, though, tonight. I think this is a very interesting matchup. Now, I took Redwoods over 3.5 wins. I think this is actually a team that will.
Sorry. Sherry in the chat just goes, it's been confirmed Pat Cav hit Matt Cav with a folding chair at Thanksgiving.
That's believable.
Rangers lost.
That's believable. I mean, that makes sense.
So you don't think these guys would square up?
Dude, I just can't see Pat and Chris. I think they're best friends. I don't think they could ever fight. I think it was them two against the older brothers.
That's fair, but eventually, when you're in the same room as your best friend, you're just so you know, I could beat your fucking ass. Like when you and I are in a room together, we're both sitting there knowing, if I had to, I'd snap your neck for sure.
Who, me?
Yeah, you and I.
I would snap your neck.
No. You and I both know that I would snap your neck. We're both kind of just okay.
You would be passing out, and you'd be like, "Where's my inhaler?" And I'd fucking have it in my hand because you're too slow, and I'd literally have your inhaler, and you'd be like, and then that's why I come in and I fucking pop you. And inhaler. Once I get my hands on that, you have no fucking shot. But
yeah, I mean that's my kryptonite for sure.
Redwoods Redwoods Outlaws. Outlaws are a very interesting team to me. I think they're plus 650 to win it all. They got the all Torts on attack line. They stifled up their veteran defense. They got Geddes in the offseason. I heard McElroy had a really good camp. That's what Sudo was saying. That's what Terafenko was saying. So, and then they have McNaney as the backup. So they're minus 160 tonight, minus 1.5 on the spread. And the Redwoods are a team that, do I think they're going to light it up? No, by any means. I don't think anyone could really say that. But I do love when a team gets I love what they're trying to build. I love the pickups. I love Aiden Denanza as a pickup. I think that's just a very, very big sleeper. I don't not know how he wasn't in the league last year. And I love what Spallina's building. I love Anthony Kelly as a coach. They kind of give me that vibe as the team. I think that when a team gets a new head coach in this league, that they're always going to exceed expectations. And I think everyone's very, very low on them. Their defense is very good. I like the Woods this year. I think over 3.5 wins is a stab I'm going to take. But tonight I do have the Outlaws.
I like the Woods. Mainly Curse on the roster and Shadow Boy Chris Conlon. However, I just think the Outlaw. If McElroy can play well in the cage, the Outlaws are in a good spot. I just worry at times when he's not on his best game. I guess that's the trend for any goalie in the league. But my money's on the Woods tonight. I picked them. I picked them to win. I was doing some training in the off season with Chris Conlon, beat his ass in tennis. That boy's big. So just watch out for him. I know he's a rookie last year, but I know you were a fan of his, a respecter of his game at Notre Dame. But he went undrafted. I saw a little blurb about him on Instagram the other day, and he seems super locked in. So fired up to see what those Woods can do under a new reign over there, the Spallina reign. Some are calling it just now. Also, just doing a quick peek at the roster. Besides Jack Kelly, who's inactive, the youngest guys on the Redwoods are 2017 graduates from college. I know, so we were touching on earlier how old the league is, but I want to look at it, the younger and younger it gets. So it is a young man's league. There's a lot of 23, 24, 25 guys on these rosters just going up and down as their year of graduate on the PLL site. So I don't know. I'm just sort of breezing through.
Yeah, and then protected roster, Nakai and Nick Turn. I think Nakai is a fascinating player. I think he's very talented. He's very athletic. He makes an impact on the game. He's someone I've never really fully bought in on. There always was something missing for me with him.
Yeah. I feel like he's just that perfect balance of he can play both ways a little bit, kind of where he's not the superstar on offense. He's not a full-time short stick team, but he's one of those guys where we can put him out there and he can go up and down the field for us. He can pump one in and move in transition,
but if you're average at offense and average at short stick team, it's what are you doing out there then?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's. Would you not kind of feel like he's in that category where he's about in the middle of both?
I think he's below average on offense, and I think he's average at best on defense.
So you just think he's below average? That's what he's missing. He's barely even average in your book. Yeah. I didn't say shit. I was just saying.
I think he's very good. I think he's very good. I sneaky like this whole Redwoods roster. Again, won't compete for a championship in my opinion this year, but I think they're going to be right in that fun and frisky category.
Love it. I think Brian Tevlin needs to be listed. His position should be every position he's played in the PLL.
I think Chris Merle's the best short stick D-midi out of that group, and I'm excited to see Carter Rice in the PLL. But I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty pissed to see. I love Ron Ogevin. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I think he's a deep threat, good midi. Couldn't really always be a consistent add on that Archers roster, and he comes to the Redwoods, not even on the 21 man. I was pretty pissed to see that because I would have just liked to see. Where'd you go? I would have just
I'm
liked to
here.
see
Can
him
you
over a
hear
couple
me?
of the other guys. And I am excited to see McAdory and what he does. He's a sneaky pick for me. Or not sneaky pick. He's a number 2 fucking overall pick in the draft. But I think he's one of those rookies that can be in the All-Star game this year.
he's uh he's for sure nasty. I always had trouble pronouncing McAdory. I feel like I always say it wrong.
Did I miss the curse talk? We don't know what you're talking about. There is no. We have not seen anything about CJ cursed. No, nothing. We have not seen anything online about CJ.
Curse for MVP. You need Nestler. Did
But
I
I
miss
will
the
say, if
curse?
I did see something about CJ cursed, I would say that there is no doubt in my mind that he's the greatest lacrosse player of all time now.
Yes, sir. Like, put it on a clip, put it on a t-shirt, put the chosen one on the back of it.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
There's been stuff that's been slid onto my desk. I've seen it. I've seen the scouting report.
I need to.
And
Is
then
CJ is Cole Curse not playing tonight? I'm very
no,
confused.
he's not playing either.
Why was he an option on this PLL fantasy thing I was doing?
Do you just dress all the cursed?
No, I needed someone for a cheap buy. I did have Colin and Cole, but I didn't pick Connor. So maybe I'll go scoop Connor up with my free coins.
All right, let's go into Saturday's games. Just a little quick again preview. Whipstakes Archers. I think the Archers just really quick are going to be fucking wagon again. I mean, I didn't take them to win it all. They're so goddamn consistent all over the board. They haven't had one off year, not one single one, which I think speaks volumes. Just think about how many 1 goal games there are in this league, and they always seem to be on the right side of these. Like always, always in contention, always a 1 seed. They've gotten bounced in the early years. Have gotten over the hump. Now they're back to back. Lost to the PL Champ Series last year to the Cannons. They're going to be a weapon again. Like Grant Amon, what he was able to do last year, especially with Schreiber going out, becoming midfielder of the year, one of the best middies in the league, taking on that role, putting his ego aside, it's just awesome. And then you just got that attack unit that they have is just fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm on the Archers this game. I'm high on the Archers again, but the Whip Snakes just remind me so much of Maryland, the college, where it's like we're gonna kind of not give enough credit starting just right now off the bat. Like we're gonna kind of be like, oh, they're there, like they're always there, but like, are they a threat? And like September's gonna come around, they're gonna be knocked on the door again. I do have the Archers, and I do think the Archers come out firing. Um, if they didn't have the champ series in between this game, I would take the Whip Snakes. I love taking teams that won a championship to lose in their opener. But since they kind of played in between and had that heartbreak to the Cannons a little bit, I kind of like that. Now it's kind of like reversed. Like now they want that get back starting now. This is the first time they're seeing real live action since that champ series that mattered. That's going to be put in the stat sheet. So give me the Archers. Just give me money line and spread. I don't know if we dove into the what our friends over at DraftKings thought, but I'm on the Arch. I'm an Archer today. I am an Archer.
Yeah, I'm on the Whips actually in this one. It's a championship
Yeah.
rematch, obviously. A lot of new pieces though for the Whip Snakes, but also like you got Brad Smith back, who I think when healthy, went at 100%. Is a top 3 midfielder in the league. Just New Jersey guy, Duke guy. You know,
Yeah, he's
Champ Series take it what it is, but he looked damn good to me in a pretty shitty Whip Snake situation. You've heard good things about Aiden Carroll coming out of camp. Talk about like these freshman sensations, or not freshmen, sorry, rookie sensations that come straight from their senior year of college. Stick's been in their hand every day. He seems like he's going to be a weapon for them. And then, you know, they got Rob Pennell. They got Matt Rambo. They got TJ Malone. They got the same defense. I'm interested to see what the goalie situation is between Krebs and Emmett Carroll. I've notoriously said that I'm not convinced Emmett Carroll is a good goalie. Everybody else says that he is. It's just every single time I've sat down and watched a Penn game, it's literally, I'm not even kidding. I've looked at it on inside the cross. Every single time I've sat down and watched a full Penn game, it's been his worst games of his career.
so maybe I mean I don't think he's getting the start tonight, but maybe when he does, maybe you don't watch that game, give him a chance in the PLL before you ruin his career.
Might have to.
But
Might have to.
that's just me. I wasn't. I'm not. I don't think he's a good goalie. I'm just not. Was never like the highest on him. I do think Krebs has kind of hit his stride in the PLL. I think at the end of last year he was playing really well. and just one of those guys where I know it's always important to get the young guys who've been seeing shots all year. But I think the more and more these PLL guys train in the off season, they're trying to even that playing field, with those young guys who are playing all year. So I don't know if we do we know it. Do they announce like a starter? Like I'm assuming it. I'm
No,
just kind of
I don't think
assuming it,
anyone's been
right?
announced yet, and they said it's very much a battle. But again, I do like the makeup of the Snakes team. They got the Brandau and the Zed deal. Levi Anderson obviously had the game winner in the semifinals last year. Good shorts to
Zed's
deep.
out.
And I think
Zed's out the whole
Squires,
year, right?
my take also, Colin Squires needs to be in contention for long stick midi of the year this year.
I'm still here.
I didn't.
Um,
I love Colin Squires,
um,
his game. Um, and then
get off on that train,
the
dude.
Archers. And I think the Water Dogs, the team not playing this weekend, I think they're. I bet them to win the championship. I think they'll be right back where they were a couple seasons ago. They add CJ Kirst. They have McCardle. They have
What
Jake
happens if
Taylor. And I think Jake Taylor. I think there might be a little situation of brewing. I think that's how good Jake Taylor might be at that attack spot.
situation of brewing for who?
Like, should we bring CJ out of the box? And he could.
Uh, yeah, I guess you're right. He could.
Because
Put him
again, you're
down the
coming off the
box.
pup. You're coming off the pup. You're coming off the pup. You kind of just got to fill into a role. You can't be like adjusting to a role. Like if the wheels are turning and they're winning some games, and Jake Taylor's making the offense flow, like just with what he can do, not necessarily having to have the ball on his stick. Now, will that change by the end of the year? Probably, but I wouldn't be surprised to see CJ run out of the box to begin.
I kind of love sticking a midi. I kind of love Jay Taylor, just like being a crease midi. Because like I'm a big believer in if like he's not going to initiate your offense, then why? Like you have initiators in your offense with Sowers and Curse. Like they can initiate and distribute. So why not always have them on the field? And then I know CJ's probably more ideal to come out of the box, but like if you do your sub game, probably you just bury Jay Taylor in there every time. And I think then I think CJ Hurst is just. I just think when you have a player like CJ and Sowers, it's like get them on the field for all 60 minutes, all 48 minutes, however long each quarter is. Just have them on that field. That's me. That's what I think they should do. But you do bring up a good point. Like shit, I don't even know if CJ needs surgery. I don't know what he needs. But like if he's out for a week,
Come
sure. If he's
back
out
week
for a
five,
month,
if you come back week 5 and the ball club's like 4-1, it's like shit. All right, well, what do we
yeah,
do?
yeah.
But I'm high on the Water Dogs. I think Tierney's just fucking dialed in this year. He said like you're finally gonna get Bill Tierney. I fucking love that. I love Mikey Schlosser. I love the Mikeys in general. I love that midfield
A
unit.
lot, a lot of
I'm a
Mikeys
Dogs
in
guy.
there.
I think they're going to be absolutely unbelievable again. They were on the wrong side
Yeah,
of every 1 goal game last year. Um, Everyone kind of forgets, not me. I mean, I'm at the point where I actually enjoy the PLL, the speed. Eh, I enjoy the product, especially on TV, more so sometimes than like the college game. Like, obviously, if you're giving me like Notre Dame versus Maryland in Atlanta, watch it 10 times out of 10. But like most college games, I'd rather watch the PLL.
that's fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, the PLL talent pool is just there's just less teams who play more talent. So I think every PLL game you get, it's like holy, like the talent you're watching on a on a PLL field is so fucking high and makes it so much fun. And when you do like enjoy the game at that level, it's like shit. I'm watching. You're like balls to none. You're like this is the top talent in the world all in the field at once. So like I get what you're saying there. I do think the college game is structured better. Like I love the 80-second shot clock. Um, but again, the talents in the PLL, I don't think that's up for debate at all.
I think that for the PLL, and I think you saw it last year, like people kind of freaked out about the 32-second shot clock and like fixing the face off, banning the long pole, all that shit. And it just came out that like some coaches were just stuck in their old ways and wanted to just think like it was an 80-second game, and the coaches that adjusted to it quicker found the most success.
Yeah,
That's my and
yeah.
then Scotty, shout out Scotty for joining. Didn't we learn from last year? Brennan coming out of the box was shit. Don't do the same thing with CJ. I completely disagree. I think that coming out of the box, CJ is way more equipped to come out of the box than Brennan. Also, Brennan was coming into a team that absolutely sucked cock, where like the Water Dogs are like 2 years removed from a championship game, 3 years removed from the championship, still has the same nucleus. You still got Sowers, you still got McCardle. Those are two top 10 players in the league, probably off the top of my head, or at least top 12. And like Jake Taylor, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know how you run him out of the box. I mean, it's the PLL substitutions correct, but I just think that the two situations between the Outlaws and Water Dogs is a little different.
Yeah, I just think it takes.
It's also not week one. CJ's running out of the box. I'm saying CJ comes back like week 5, and the Water Dogs are absolutely cruising with what they got.
That part puts a little wrinkle in it. Like if they're already rolling, then yeah, it's going to be hard. It's just like I don't know, like Will Perry just said, like you want that ball in CJ and Sauer's stick. You want chat Will Perry in the chat. You want those guys with the rock. Like Jake Taylor getting the ball on a fast break on the wings is sort of like, I mean, if you're gonna have him shoot, you'd prefer for it to be out there. So that's just sort of how I view it. I'm like, I want.
I'm not. I'm not fucking saying this like they're doing this tonight. Like he's not. I'm saying he's not coming back to week 5. The ball club's 4-1. The ball club is 4-1. They're putting up fucking 12 goals a game. Nothing is going wrong with the offense. And CJ comes back. It's like, what the fuck do we do? Our offense is cruising. What do? Do you fuck up the offense? Like that's a real possibility. Are you team? Russell Wilson for the Giants gets hurt this year, right? And he's not in the preseason. The Giants are 4-0. The Giants are 4-0 with Jackson Dart. But Russell Wilson.
4-2.
Do you start Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart?
Well, the last year this happened to the Steelers when Russ was 4-2, and I wanted Russ in. I thought that was the right decision, and maybe it wasn't. Now that I'm looking back on it, like hindsight's 2020. Like maybe I wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
Okay, and I'll also, can I be the first to say it? Because no one said it.
Yeah.
I think CJ's better than Jake Taylor.
Okay, cool. I'm proud of you for making that stand.
What did you do when Zed gets healthy?
Is he getting healthy, or is he? I thought he was kind of done. I thought he popped his Achilles.
He did. I have a take. You know what the Water Dogs did a great job at? Kark talked about it on the Pelkey show. Like Sam King fell because he's like going to be in investment banking, and like his lifeline as a PLL player might not be that long. So you don't take him with a first round pick, right? Like that's a possibility. A lot of these 26-year-olds are getting paid like $500,000 a year to be in like IB or whatever. The Water Dogs did a great job of just drafting lax rats.
So many rats.
Like the only non-lax rat that they got, I feel like, was like Caraway.
Yeah, no, they have some absolute lacrosse.
Who is a lax rat? He just had a great job. And
yeah, I mean, it's not that. Yeah, I think that's a very good. I think that's a good sniff by you there, and I never really put 2 and 2 together.
We'll do this. That's a fun episode. We should do a lax rat episode and just go through rat or no, and just go through the PL.
Rat or not rat.
Yeah, and just that's it. We know those rat now.
If you have it, basically, if you have employment in any sector that is outside of coaching, lacrosse training, or just playing pro, you would have to unfortunately not be a rat in that case.
I don't know. Like
we have to have it has to be almost like we have to have a standard. If you're if you're a teacher, but you don't coach, are you a lax rat?
I'm not sure McCardle coaches. He's a teacher. He's a lax rat. This guy's
sure he's not parlaying anything on the side there? No, he's not giving back at all to the game?
I don't know. But let's go. We got the games in 10 minutes, so let's just hurry up really quick. What's your take on the Cannons? Give me your Cannons take. And I took them and the Water Dogs as my 2 preseason futures. They're both like plus 500, plus 550. I really like the value on those two. And
Ratter Wall Street. This guy said that's a good one. So I'm high on the Cannons, obviously. What'd you say?
Did he retire from teaching? Some people hate the kids.
He doesn't teach anymore. Yeah, some people do hate the kids. Lax guy Scotty's a teacher. You gotta Scotty keep caring about those kids. I'm all over the Cans for obvious reasons, but I do think that team is deep this year. I think they reloaded, with their draft, and then having Jack Kilty back on defense is going to change things for them. They went out and got Ethel last year. They went out and got guys in front of Kurst, who when Kurst is on, he's the hottest goalie in the world when he's on. I know Dobson and I know Blaze Reardon kind of have that 1 and 2 spot like pretty comfortable right now. But when Kurst is on, like you feel the difference in that game. So I think that defense has its anchor, has tons of weapons in front of them, and then that offense is really going to get humming. It's going to be sweet to watch. I am excited for the old school, for the Marcus Holman, Will Manny, and Asher Knowlton attack line, because like those are just three different type of superstars, and
Asher,
I'm excited. What's your
Asher,
beef?
Asher feeding them is going to be unbelievable.
Oh, okay,
Even
yeah,
with like Max and stuff. I mean, I'd like to see I haven't seen Will Manny play in what feels like a decade. But yeah, I love the Owen Grant acquisition. Pairing him up with Rawl is just a two-headed monster. It's scary as shit. Their midfield units obviously been so deep, but we saw what Matt Campbell could do in Champ Series again. I don't know if you could find a bigger fan of Matt Campbell's game than me.
yeah. I think you said he's up next for like that next that next guy at midfield.
Yeah, he's
I
not
don't know if that was
Schreiber.
you.
I don't know the next time we'll see a
Like
Schreiber.
we'll have a Schreiber. But no, I ran into Matt. I saw Matt Campbell running just wind sprints at like 9:30 in the morning at Cougar Field one day. He was just, I just like glanced over as I was going to give a lesson. I saw this like behemoth just sprinting back and forth, just nonstop. And I got closer. I was like, "That's fucking Matt Campbell. He's just gonna keep running until his first game." Is what I thought was gonna happen.
So
So he's dialed.
I don't think he'll ever get an MVP vote, but I wish there was a way to bet on midfielder of the year because I do think he'll get that this year.
Yeah. I mean, MVP is just also tough at midfield. It's almost MVP in lacrosse is almost turned into like the MVP in football. It's like if you don't play it back, like are you really gonna win it?
For sure, unless you're Tom Schreiber.
Yeah, again, but there'll never be another time. We don't know when the next time try will be.
Just for what
You're
he
right.
can do, for how he can pass and just dodge him up top, like just such a fucking presence. And then,
It's seamless.
all right, let's give championship pick and MVP, coach of the year, rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Give me McAdory.
Same.
Uh, yeah, like, and I don't know what his odds are. They had to have gone down since the CJ Hurst news came out. But like, if CJ's out, like that rookie of the year is wide open. If CJ plays 90% of the games, like I do think CJ will win it. But like, if I'm making a pick right now based off week one, I'm taking McAdory.
Will Perry just
Coach of
asked.
the year.
Will Perry asked, "Is Maxey just hungover?" And he didn't tell him why he's off the roster. We're going with he's hungover. I don't know if that's slander. I don't know if that's libel. I don't know if we could be sued for that. But he was at the tour town last night. I think Holman's just like, enjoy your weekend, dude. You just played the cross for like 6 months, haven't had a break. Like, let Manny get this run, and we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a conspiracy where they're like, yo, we're gonna bench our fourth overall pick and like totally fuck him over and like get off on the wrong foot with him. I think what Doogs says is what it seems like. Like Will Manny deserved a shot. This is the perfect time to give him one. And whether they want to keep Will Manny for the year or juice up the trade value for him, like this is the way to find out what you're going to do with him.
It's the nicest thing you can do for Max is he'd be like, get buckled in DC with your boys at the tour town.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. You haven't had a break from lacrosse in for fucking ever.
So sick. I would be so pumped if my coach like, dude, just go get wrecked this weekend. Like, fuck yeah, dude. Especially like whether people like to admit it or not, like the PLL structure is a different type of commitment you're asking these people to do. You're not asking for 13, 14 weeks. You're like, hey, we're only taking your weekends from you. It's like if you have a job like and you want to enjoy your weekend, like, we're taking it from you. And obviously, it's a privilege to be in the league, those guys, but it's also like this is probably going to be his only summer weekend off for the whole summer, besides potentially All-Star weekend and maybe their bye. But like other than that, it's just he's like you said, he's right back into a whole other fucking
100%.
season. So
The biggest
hopefully,
competition still has the beach.
yeah, yeah,
Montel,
100%.
Jersey Shore, but
And then I'm going double championship coach of the year. I think the Cannons finally get over the hump. Like I know I'm Homer or not, like I do think that they've been knocking on that door the last 2 years, and I think like they finally have all the pieces. If they stay healthy, I do think the Cans get done this year, and then Coach Holman gets Coach of the Year. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
I'm gonna split a little bit here. I'm going Cannons champions, Will Tierney coach of the year.
Do they play the Water Dogs? Oh, they can't.
No, but I think that both. I think okay. One. I guess I need a hot take. My hot take. Well, I said I think the Redwoods are going to be fun and frisky. I think that if I had to pick one team to be disappointing this year, you know who it is?
Um,
Like
the
just
Atlas.
I can't. Entenmann's so good. But yeah,
Was that who you were gonna say?
yeah, I can't. I take it back. He's so good. I just haven't seen a lacrosse team with Entenmann on it be bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's a freak. He's a freak for a reason. Like he's definitely.
Kai the goalie said Archer's 3P, Dauber wins MVP. I don't hate that. I think Dauber has an MVP under his belt at some point.
That would be that'd be pretty fucking badass if the Archers three-peated. That would suck for my Cannons. And what we're talking about here. I apologize for not being on camera.
All right, well, we got 3 minutes till game time, so I'm going to go. Gentlemen, ladies, enjoy the PLL season. Soak it up. Me and Nestler are looking to do maybe a couple of these throughout the year whenever we can. I think that if you enjoyed this, like let us know, tweet at us, let the people know about it. Hope we interacted with the chat enough. Stay safe tonight. Enjoy the PLL and drink responsibly.
Yeah, baby. Have fun this weekend. I love you guys. And we'll be back. More Nest and Doogs soon. And I'll get some more interviews on the board for everyone.
Cheers.
Love you guys.